Online story that's getting some traction today. A former Packers cheerleader is standing up for herself after being bullied on Facebook.
Yeah, a photo of Caitlin Collins cheering during a game was targeted by an unofficial Chicago Bears fan page. All right, Matt Leach live now in our newsroom to explain all this. Matt?
Well, Tom and Aaron, this offensive photo, or the comments that were made from it, was taken down just about 2 hours ago, and Caitlin Collins is feeling a lot better. But it's been a very long week for her. She's been dealing with these hundreds of comments, very rude and insensitive comments being made about this post that was put on the unofficial Bears page. The caption on the photo reads, "Like if you agree the Packers have the worst cheerleaders in the NFL." Most of the comments we can't even share on TV, but Caitlin decided to fight back. She posted a video on YouTube asking to have the video taken down. Over 1,000 people posted comments on the picture in support of Caitlin, and at about 3:45 today, the fan page took the photo down.
I'm still a little shell-shocked. I mean, I'm very, very happy, but I can't believe it took this much work for them to actually take it down, versus, you know, me just politely saying, hey, this offends me. You know, I don't agree with you using my picture like this.
Now, after they took that photo down, administrators on that page posted a comment saying that they don't encourage bullying and they're sorry for any hard feelings that they may have caused. The Packers also chimed in on this, saying that Caitlin has handled this entire situation with a lot of class. Reporting live in the newsroom, Matt Leach, Local 5 News HD. It's a wet and windy day on Lake Winnebago, but Lori Smith and Sarah Evans don't care. They're focused on their ice holes, hoping to spear a sturgeon.
No sturgeon. They're out there, though.
The two are on the lake for Women on Winnebago. It's an event designed to give outdoor bloggers and writers a first-hand look at sturgeon spearing.
How do you know when you go to stab it that it's going to be regulation?
What they told us with the outfit that brought us out here was that you would look for something that would be as wide as that decoy, but would be also about 2.5 times its length.
Organizers say they hope the women will share the experience with their readers.
I'm telling you.
Sarah is a sergeant in the Rockford, Illinois Police Department. She has a blog called Offbeat.
The things that I hope to cover through my blog and through being here this weekend really isn't about the fishing at all. It's about the culture, and it's about the feeling of belongingness when you come to a place like this.
A good example of that is when someone spears a fish.
Yeah, it was one of them perfect things.
About a dozen people gathered at the weigh station to congratulate Joe Nolan when he brought one in.
Threw the spear, and he didn't even fight. He just came right up right away, and we gaffed it and out the door with it.
Sarah says even if she doesn't spear a sturgeon this year, she'll be back.
The one thing I'm telling my kids is we're definitely going to come out here next year.
Reporting on Lake Winnebago, Matt Leach, Local 5 News HD.
Delays a decision regarding the shelter's conditional use permit. Local 5's Matt Leach joins us in the newsroom. Matt, what's the latest?
Well, Tom and Aaron, the commission wants to give the city and this shelter 60 days to sort things out. During that time, they won't be citing the shelter for going over capacity, which sounds like a good thing, but the shelter and the mayor say they are not happy with the situation right now. Leaders at St. John's Homeless Shelter say they walked away from Monday night's Plan Commission meeting disappointed.
Evidently, people knew about this 4 or 5 days ago, and rather than calling us and letting us know what's going on, that's what's disappointing.
The commission tabled the shelter's request to raise their conditional use permit from 64 to 84 for 60 days. Members say it's because nothing has been done to fix the shelter's capacity issues. In December, the shelter was cited for being over capacity. The city and the shelter had been working together since to come up with a solution. But Monday, the mayor had harsh words for the shelter's president, Deacon Tim Riley.
The truth has not been told at every meeting from him.
The mayor says the shelter isn't being truthful about its capacity numbers, and he wants the deacon out of settlement talks.
I asked the bishop to put someone in there who maybe has a fresh start, a fresh look at long-term homelessness for the county.
Deacon Riley says he's not worried about being replaced.
Mayor has his right to say what he wants to say, and if that's his judgment, I accept his judgment.
Shelter leaders say there have been miscommunications about their capacity numbers.
We will manage the shelter with 84 people at St. John's. And when we get over 84, then we will go to the overflow sites.
Despite disagreements, Mayor Schmidt says he's open to ideas about how to fix the homeless problem in Green Bay.
We are open to working with this. If the city needs to be involved financially, we want to see a plan for this, but the plan has got to focus on the homeless.
Now, I got a chance to speak to an alderman on the city's task force on homelessness. He says that task force hopes to work with the city and the shelter to come up with a solution for homelessness in Green Bay. Reporting in the newsroom, Matt Leach, Local 5 News HD.
All right, Matt, thank you. Keeping it here.
He says other distractions have dominated the headlines, and Local 5's Matt Leach spoke to the alderman today. Matt?
Well, Tom and Aaron, Tom Duane says that issues like homelessness and residency rules are making headlines, but that the council needs to focus on issues that are more important to the city, like infrastructure and jobs. Alderman Tom Duane wants to see a change at City Council.
We're not concentrated on the right things.
He's not happy with the headlines council has been making.
We're worried about whether or not 7 generations doped us, whether or not Chief Molitor should be our chief.
Last week, the council decided to give Police Chief Tom Molitor a waiver on the city's residency rule. The rule required department heads to live in the city, but Molitor lives about 18 miles away. Duane says he was surprised by the council's decision. At Tuesday night's Personnel Committee meeting, the issue came up again. Alderman Amy Kocho wanted to get rid of the requirement, but her request was denied.
Clearly, we're still divided, and I have no idea what to really predict.
Duane says the council should be focused on bigger things.
Our KI Convention Center should be our top priority right now.
The council has been meeting in closed session for weeks on the issue.
There's a lot of little things involved. The infrastructure itself. You have people that naming rights. Whether or not we can get some money from Walker.
The city says they've lobbied heavily for the state to fund 10% of the $22 million project. Planning Director Rob Strong says the expansion would double the size of the building and bring jobs.
It's actually about an $8 million impact if you look at the loss of revenue should we not do something.
Duane says he hopes something happens quickly with the expansion and says despite the issues, the council works well together.
1 to 10, I would say it was a 9. Nothing's ever perfect.
Now, regarding the expansion, the city tells us that they're waiting on Governor Walker to release his budget next week before making any public announcement about funding for the expansion. Reporting in the newsroom, Matt Leach, Local 5 News HD.
Thank you, Matt. Now for a road construction update.